Welcome back, beautiful beings. I'm going to try to do just a quick video on making these. This one was made out of a bunch of scraps, okay? That's why I was having a hard time to find scrap, but I think I figured it out to make this size with this piece of scrap. So if you have a piece of scrap this size, I did not measure it, and these were not connected. This was a piece of scrap, this was a piece of scrap. In the middle that you glue down the two pockets was a piece of scrap. These were pieces of scrap, okay? And then, of course, I ran out of scrap. That's why this one only has one little circle punch on one side. Okay, so there's this one. And then I had an extra piece up here I glued there of scrap. Okay? But I'm going to attempt in this video to make it for you. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I made this one. Okay. And I did have enough to punch 2 circle punches for this one. Okay. And this one. And for this one, I didn't use the little tiny half circle punch that I used for this one. I used my envelope puncher and just put it up there and punched. Okay. So you can use whatever you want, and you can make these as big as you want also, beautiful beings. And I'm going to show you that. And you can put these either way. You don't have to put them this way, that way, any way you want. Okay, because it's double-sided cardstock. And this is double-sided cardstock. And I'm going to make a bigger one, and this is double cardstock. Okay. That's the best, unless you just take, if you don't have double-sided cardstock, you can just take a piece of, 2 pieces of scrap and glue them together. They kind of go together. Okay, beautiful beings. And this, I found a cutter that's sharp. Okay, so I'm going to make one just exactly like this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this here because I want it to be exactly so you know how I did it. I'm going to put it up here. Okay. I'm going to cut that off like that. And that's going to be our back drop, the middle part of it, of our little pocket. Okay. Then I'm going to cut this piece off. You'll see in a minute. I'm just trying to make it the same size as I did out of the scrap. You can use whatever you have, but that's what I did with this piece. I used whatever I had, beautiful things. Alright, and we're cutting that for this part. Okay? Let's see if that matches up. It does. This one, I'm going to need another one. Of course, it's going to be longer. I don't have enough, as you can see. That's why I grabbed a bigger piece. So I'm just going to line this up here. Push it up. Can't really see. I hope everyone is good and well. It's hot again today, but I kept the fan off because it's got a chain on it. And it was making so much noise in the last video that I'm just going to be hot until I get this done. And I've been cleaning anyway, so I'm sweaty, so I'm just going to go take a shower after this video. Maybe up the bangs. Not that you needed to know that, but that's what I'm going to do. I can't get that lined up. Alright, I'm going to cut that. Okay. I'm going to line it up, just eyeball it. And I'm going to cut this piece off. Right? And that's going to be, wrong way. It's going to be there. And then we're going to put this the opposite way on this side, that way. Okay. And if you need hole punches, just just use this piece for hole punches. I already have some, but just to demonstrate. Hopefully we can fit. This is like a 1/2 inch punch, I think. It's really tiny. Just in case you're wondering. There, and then you got your little 2 for 1. You'll see. I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to throw this away. Get this off the table. I'm going to figure out what side I want on one side. So, which one looks better? I'm going to put this way on this one. So I'm just going to take this and go in. Doesn't have to be in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's not even straight. And there's my cutter. That's straighter. 1/2 punch. And you could have just done them both at the same time also. Just putting that out there. Like this one, I'm going to take Elena's, or not Elena's. I'm going to take glitter glue. And I'm just going to put glue on here. Just like that on the sides. That. And glue it down. And if you want to put a marker on it, you can. Which I probably should because I already had it out. I got it right here. Or you can use ink. Okay. And as you can see, that's not lined up, but that's alright. I'm going to push this to the right. And then I'm going to try to remember to put this one on the left. So we'll just do one without a marker on it. That's not straight. I don't know how I did not get that straight. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to turn this. Let's see how that's over here. So I'm going to push this one over here so it lines up nicely. So if we have to cut, we'll just cut on the left. And that one over more. Then we're going to have to cut. I don't know why they're short. It's alright. It's alright, beautiful beings. Now we're going to cut down here. Probably went in too much. I did. It's alright. Just bring this back up. So it looks like this. Cut off a little bit more. There, and that's what we have. Alright, now these are going to go into pockets. Okay. And they're too wide. So hopefully I don't screw this up on camera. This was just a whim when I made this. That's all it was. I didn't have no idea what I was doing. I just had a bunch of scraps and I put them together. So that's all that was. Seeing this is crooked, we're going to take the top off because that needs to be thinner. Anyway, look how off that is. It's really off. And I don't know why, but it is. There we go. And this blade is nice and sharp, which I'm loving. Right. Let's see if it'll fit in there now. Might have, nope, we still got to take some off. Is there any other side that's crooked? We're just going to take a little bit more off so it fits in there. There, it fits in there nice. So I'm going to trim it like, and there's ink on this. So I'll just send one of this in the mail with a card to one of my grandkids with some money in it. Right. Just a little bit, like right on that dot, I'm thinking. I don't know how it got ink on it. that fits in there nicely. Let's make sure it fits in the other side before I cut another one just like it does. I'm just going to take this, line it up as good as I can get, and then you have another piece you can make more because you're going to need 2 more. Okay, there we go. You can even do it this way too. Well, not really, because the top, if we add this strip right here on the top, I'll show you. Let's get this off the table. I don't know if I have a piece to do that now. I don't. So I'm out. So I'm not going to be adding this little strip because I had that was just floating around in my scrap bin, so I just put that there. Okay, but I could use, like I have this. This is just, you know, the top you cut off your cardstock. I could put this on one of them. If you have one of these, you can do that. But it doesn't really go with it, so I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to find one that has both sides. Don't. But we'll just go back to this. And I'm using glitter glue for this. Figure out which side you want to show what piece and put it on your little punch, circle punch. Get it in the middle. That. And of course, get another one. My glue's going to dry. That. Line it up. It's not in the middle. Looks like it's in the middle on one side, and then you turn it over. It's not in the middle on the other side. There's that. And you put whatever side you want in there. Goes in like that. Then we're going to do this one. I'm going to let that one dry a minute. I could have made this taller, I think. Again, it was just a whim. That's all it was. There you go. And you can use whatever cardstock. Yeah, I should have made this taller, but it's alright. It looks taller on that side. This pocket must be shorter. It is, just by a little bit, see? It's shorter just by a little bit. There's that one. Now, let's do a bigger one. This paper goes this way. It's double-sided. You gotta figure out how tall you want your pocket. I think I might just do it a big one. I think I have enough. Which way the flowers go? That way. So, I'm just going to cut a piece off. You don't need no measuring, just eyeball it, beautiful beings. How wide is that one? Let's make this one a little wider. So I have a bigger one. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this piece and lay it over this piece. Remember, it could be any size you have. I want to make sure it's nice and lined up. It looks like it is. Hopefully it is. Make sure that's up all the way. And this piece will be for the pockets. Alright, so this is our base piece. It's going to be in the middle of the 2 pockets. So now, I might just cut this in half. I'm going to do a little bend so I know where the half part is. Just pinch it. I'm going to this down so I can see. That bend is. I think that's it. Let's see if I got it. Nope. One pocket's taller. So I'm just going to cut that off. Well, let me look at this first. It's good. It's good, beautiful things. Well, let's have one pocket taller. You can have one pocket taller. You don't have to follow my direct exactly the way I did the other one. So I'm going to use this. Bring this in like this. And if you want, make sure your flowers are going the same way. Just put the two. Oh, I can't. Well, I can. I can just go like this. So they're both on the top and do two pieces at the same time. And you could have just put one over here on one and put one over on the other side. Whatever you want to do, beautiful beings. Okay. So I'm going to put this on this side. Get my glue going again. Oh, let's ink this one up. What color? I got yellow. We'll use yellow. Recording. For a minute there, I thought I wasn't recording, beautiful beings, because I couldn't see it. Usually it's on the right, but it's underneath the thing, so I didn't see it. All right. There we go. And oh, I'm gonna have to do this for inking everything up. Might as well ink it all up. Just add some yellow to that white on the edge. Let's do this. Let's just add a little. Do this one a little different, so it looks a little different. So you get the idea that it can make them different. Okay. Same thing with this one. And of course this one. And I was using R7 if you have that. Just in case you wanted to know. Right. This one's going down. Did I finish this? I didn't think I did. I'm going all over the place. Now I gotta do the corners. And I didn't finish this anyway. There you go. Then of course, you're gonna have to do your little hole punches. Let's glue this down again. Line that up down there. If we have to cut some off, we will. I'm gonna pinch it just a little bit, just so we have a easy tuck situation there. Okay. Do this side. Other side, make sure it's not going over. That looks pretty good. I'm going to pinch it. There's a little hanging off there, but it's no big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, now I'm going to have to cut this one in half, I think. they're not going to fit. And of course we can make the holes from that, but I did want to put this piece of strip from the top of the paper that goes across, you know, that you have to cut off. That's what we're going to put up there. Then I could just trim it. So I'm going to do this. That's right. So I got that out of the way. Put some glue so it sticks good. And I'm just going to put that across like that. Just up to the edge. Cut that off. And I'm not going to do nothing until that's dry. And throw that away. Now I'm going to cut this in half. Again, I'm just going to go like this. Put a little dent. There we go. And then we have these for tuck-ins. Of course, we're going to have to trim them down because they're going to be long. You can keep it long. If you like that look, you can keep it long. They're both going to be long. You should, no, I have to cut some off because these, I was thinking we could do that, but look, it doesn't fit. But that would be great if they made those thicker. Or if you find one that's thicker, you can use your little 1/2 inch. I'm pretty sure this is a 1/2 inch punch. They make little circles, punch outs with that. But I'm going to have to down a little bit. Why can't I cut a straight line? I cannot. That's straight enough. And I'm gonna have to use a marker. Should we have one tall, one short? No, I need 4. Yeah, I need 4. So I'm just going to put this in the cutter. So I don't have to worry about it being straight. Let's see how much. We'll make one taller and one smaller. How's that? And they're pretty simple to make, beautiful beings. Just get rid of that white. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to use the smaller, the R4 for this one, for these. Okay. And for a different look, maybe I'll just do the bigger one for the other one. Or was this one longer? I think that one's longer. That's all right. So let's do a bigger one for this one, just so they look a little different. If you don't want them looking different, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it for something different. Okay. And again, back to the marker. And you can make these any shape you want, beautiful beings. You can even use die cuts instead of doing it this way. Wherever your imagination takes you, beautiful beings. Alright, now we're going to do some of these punches. Try to capture a couple of flowers. And you can add embellishments to your pockets also, beautiful beings. I didn't do it because, as you can see, I'm under 30 minutes for once, beautiful beings. Flower looks best. Oh, I can do another one on this one. Back. And then I can use this for a die cut if I wanted to. Just gonna grab that there, maybe. And then I'm going to put them all together and just take the marker and go like that to get rid of the white. That one's not even cut right. Oh no, I have it there. Trim that. It's pretty basic, simple, beautiful things. That was a little wonky, but it's fine. I got most of the part. There. Where's my other one? Right here. I think I'm going to have this one showing the flower. And I want that showing, and then these two are going to be blue. Okay. Then I can use that for a die cut. Or just have a little tuck-in card for something else. Okay. So let's do this. Make sure they're going the right way because it has a pattern. There you go. I want the blue side. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want that to light up because the glue's getting low. Stick that on there like that. Bring this one in. Pretty simple, beautiful beings. It looks harder than it is. It's really simple. And I hope I explained it correctly for you. Alright, now, let's move these out of the way. I'm just going to trim this. Looks good. Trim this. And I did go up a little bit too much. And then again, the marker. And there we go. Beautiful beings. Just a quick, simple double pocket. And you put them whatever way you want. Okay. And it could be a floater, double pocket floater for your journal. Okay, that's what we got, beautiful beings. Okay, simple, easy video, beautiful beings. And I hope you got inspired using up your scraps because this is great for that. And you can make them all size, shapes, whatever you want to do. Simple double pocket floater for your journals. Or you could put it in a card with money and pockets with a message on the back from your pocket. Okay, beautiful beings. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.